Tell me about yourself. This is the first question you will be asked on the interview. In any interview, you will be asked your question. Tell me about yourself. And this question will be the first question and the most important question to decide whether to be hired or not to be hired. This question will be the question to decide should the interview continue or not continue. Should the HR manager have interest in continuing listening to you or not to listen to you. So you have 1 minute, maximum 2 minutes, but don't talk too much. You have 1 minute, a minute and a half, but 1 minute to define the entire interviewing process by one question. Introduce yourself. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? Welcome to EBM Scholars. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, and this is EBM Scholars Show. You can go there and subscribe to my channel here to get a lot of notification. When you ring the notification bell over there, or to get any information about education, about jobs, about immigration, about losing weight, about writing books and publishing, putting them on Amazon for free. This is the channel where you can get all those things for free. We don't sell any product here. We just do education into how we can be able to succeed. And in today's education video is how you can nail the tell me about yourself question, how you can be able to get pass the interview and get a dream job you are looking for. So, in order to answer this question is, we are in the world to understand what makes you a person. When you want to introduce yourself, there is the cultural background we are having. Many countries, we grew up into the families and the communities which are friendly, villages, things of that nature. So the life of personalization, understanding one another as a person matters a lot. So if back in the time I was growing up in Africa, you ask me, so who are you again? Oh, I'll say I'm Ernest, the son of Mr. Makulilo, the one who lives there, the relative on so-and-so, the one who's... So we are just defining ourselves basing on our families, where we grew up, some people with the tribe, the countries. So all those things, some people, they go on that. So that is the majority of people we have coming from that kind of background. Like talking about yourself is myself, whatever. That's why when you go to the Bible, when you read the Bible, they say Jezebel, the son, the daughter of whatever. So they put Simon of whatever, the son of, or Simon whatever of Kirene. It's just, where are you coming from? It's just to say Ernest of Tanzania, or from Tanzania, whatever. So it's just like they put the name with where you are, they associate with you with the tribe, they associate you with the community you are coming from. That is the lifestyle we came from. But the current capitalism, when they ask you, tell me about yourself, they don't want those kind of stories. They don't want to hear, if they ask the interview, they don't want to hear where you grew up. They don't want to hear your tribe. They don't want to hear your father, how many kids he has, all this kind of information. So for instance, for me, tell me about yourself. Oh, you know, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo. I'm originally from Tanzania. I grew up in Kigoma, hometown. There is Lake Tanganyika over there. We ate a lot of sardines and fishes from the best lake in the world, deepest in whatever in Africa. But when I came, then I went to study political science. But remember, I'm number 11 out of 13 children. We walked 10 miles to go to school. All that's sorry for what? That's not telling me about yourself. I remember, like, so that is the problem. So don't start, okay, you know, for my case, for instance, I grew up in New York City, Manhattan. I went to this academy. We don't care those kind of stories, people. If we start doing that one, someone will, okay, he's starting. So human resources will start getting sick, starting sleepy, and not to pay attention to those kind of stories. They don't want to hear those. So the purpose of the question, tell me about yourself, the world we are in now, what we do is what is defining us. Tell me about Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is the best, whatever, Ballon d'Or winner. We define someone based on their accomplishment and what they have been able to do. Tell me about Michael Jordan. Oh man, the man is the GOAT, is the greatest ever, greatest of all time. Michael Jordan is the 6-time NBA champion. He won back-to-back, 3-peat. Then he went on vacation, whatever, retired, came back, another 3-peat in the row. That's how we define people nowadays. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about Steph Curry. This is the little baby assassin, babyface assassin, the greatest shooter we have ever seen in the NBA history. He has the most leading score of 3-point range shooting. He can shoot from the... That's how nowadays we define people. It's not like, tell me about Steph Curry. Oh, Steph Curry, was born in North Carolina. His father was this Dairy Curry, whatever. No, it's not about that. You just go straight, hard. Tell me about yourself. What you have done. That's what they really want. They don't want to hear about what is the number of, how many siblings do you have. They don't want to hear what is your tribe. They don't want to hear, I grew up in this way, but I studied. No. So you go straight. And tell me about yourself is not about the first question. Remember, it's 1 minute. If you go 2 minutes, it's okay, but don't go too much. So it's 1 minute. Tell me about yourself. Don't compile your entire resume to there. Tell me about Magic Johnson. Magic is the creator and the owner of the Showtime, the best point guard we have ever seen in the history of the game of basketball. He was able to shoot from left, right, wherever. He is 5 times NBA champion, 2 times MVP, whatever. Those is what you say, tell me about yourself. That's, unfortunately, we define ourselves based on what you have done nowadays instead of who you really are. So, differentiate between these two. And don't put the entire resume into tell me about yourself. Is 1 minute, high level. What we talk about is what we call elevator pitch. Tell me about yourself. You meet someone on the elevator and you want to sell something. Why should the person buy your soap if you are selling soap? Tell the person within 50 seconds why should you buy the soap. Tell someone why the person should become a fan of Real Madrid. 50 seconds you have. And all this you need to prepare yourself. You need to practice. Otherwise, you'll end up there talking your entire resume. And people, they're not going to stop you. They'll just be, okay. Then you are going not to get the job. And you wonder, why? I talk so much. I had so much good points. No. So don't go there and start the first mistakes. Don't rush and put the entire resume into tell me about yourself. Secondly, don't be Mr., Mrs., Miss Modesty. Don't start there going to be, okay, like when I talked about, I cannot talk about great things about myself because I'm a humble person. There is no humbleness. Go cold and just go straight on your accomplishment. Don't be like, I'm the best salesperson in the world. I'm the best you can ever get in your entire life. No, there are certain things. Okay, I'm, for instance, with the Chicago Bulls, we created the best duo of this kind. We had the best defense, but I led the team to win 3 times champion, whatever. Yes, I became the 3 times or 6 times MVP. The most valuable player. You can say that, but don't just from the, you are looking for salesperson, I'm the best you'll ever get. No one ever in this world is better than me. No, you can just lower down your tone, but still, you can be able not to be too humble and too modest. You can go there, go hard, and talk about your accomplishment. That is the mistake people are too modest. The first one, people want to summarize the entire resume. Talk about the entire resume. The second mistake people are doing, they want to talk about humbleness, not to be showing off. That is another mistake. Another mistake is people are starting talking about just like, when you meet a girl, for instance, you are going for a date. So obvious on the first date, you don't talk too much stuff. So you end up like, you know, what do you like? What color you like? Those kind of stupid questions. You are talking about the food you like. This is not that kind of interview just to first date approach, like you are starting like talking the things which yeah, I like swimming, like in the interview. Really? Are they looking for Michael Phelps, Olympic swimmer here? They're not looking for a swim pool guy. So like swimming, that I like watching TV. You are lazy. That's what the definition of liking TV. You are lazy. Unless otherwise you are going to apply for a job to become working into the TV. Yes, you can like watching TV, but you cannot just going like applying to become a professor at the university and to say you like TV. You are applying to become operations manager and you like watching TV. Yeah. So those are the things. Another mistake people are doing that one, because when you tell me about yourself, well, you know, my name is Ernest Makulilo. You know, I'm African. Yes, they know you have African accent, so obviously you're African. You know, I like Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. You know, and then I like eating some chapati. You know, chapati are those like tortilla. This is not the first date talking about those stupid stuff. So stop the nonsense. Go straight and talk the critical, important issues. It's not a first date. This is just like a showcase for the last minute in order to get auditioning to get a part into a movie which is just like the greatest of all. Then there are some people, they ask you a question, tell me about yourself. And you have no clue what the question is because you didn't prepare. So you say, do you mean you want to know my work experience or you want to know my personal? Okay. By the way, if you want to know me, you know, I'm married, I have 2 kids, their names are this and this. Really? I'm a single mother. We're not looking for single mothers here. We're not looking for single fathers here. We're not looking for a pastor here. So, you know, I tell you about, you know, I'm born again Christian. I go to church every Sunday and every Tuesday I'm going for Bible school. And Thursday evening we have night over singing and praising the Lord. No, that is not telling me about yourself. When they say tell me about yourself, they want accomplishment. The high level summary of you, of what you have done within 1 minute. That's how to do it. So I can give you some of the example. Some people, they have done like I'm taking from the internet. This I'm not, so I don't want to take the credit for this one. So someone say, okay, tell me about yourself. Who are you? You say, oh, I'm an innovative HR manager with 8 years of experience managing all aspects of HR function, from recruiting to training to benefits for Fortune 500 companies. Simple like that. Someone say, okay, another person said this way. Good. I've spent the last 6 years developing my skills as a customer service manager for Mega Company Inc., where I have won several performance awards and have been promoted twice. I love managing teams and solving customer problems. So let me give you another funny one. The mistake someone did is, okay, started talking about the bad thing or whatever, something like that, and thinking that for the sympathy. This is not auditioning to become a therapist, whatever. Say, my first job was administrative assistant for this company. I learned a great deal in that role, saved over 12 years. At the time, I wasn't sure with my career path, so I decided next time to start going to the real estate. Then I totally lasted for 6 months, but I sure enjoyed it. And then I went to do this. Like, really? Nobody cares about you and whatever 6 months on this job. Then you started like quitting the job because you didn't like. No one cares, and they want those things that will get into the resume. Just go straight, and you can be able to do that. So, what mistakes have you done into introducing yourself? Have you ever prepared what we call the elevator pitch? If someone asks you, who are you? Yes. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. And in Western culture, people can go straight to tell you, like, not in the interview, can ask you, what do you do for a living? just in a social conversation, they don't want to see at the beginning, like I have 2 dogs, whatever. They go, oh, my son, so, oh, okay. So what do you do for a living? Your accomplishment nowadays is the one defining you in terms of when you want to, people they are looking for. They are not looking for someone who will be making barbecue for lunch or for potluck when you have birthday parties in your work. They want someone who can accomplish something. So show that, who are you? Tell me about yourself from things like they are related to what they are looking for. So those are some of the sample of people are doing. Like, so forget about our background and talking about our life basing from our family, basing from where we grew up, basing on, no, those are not allowed at all, people. And that's why one person can get the interview or not, go to the second interview or getting the job, because the first question matters a lot. It matters because it's very, very crucial, so that the human resources can be interested to listen to you more and to position their question. Even if they have written a question, they know for sure. If someone from you started talking the first time, it's already, okay, today is going to be a long day. So already someone has a negative attitude or perception towards your interview. So you need to make sure that you are right. Don't become just like any other person attending the interview and you wonder why you are not doing well. Why every time you are calling for the interview, you are not doing that. Or even when they're writing their resume. Even the same way while you are writing the resume is the same way what you are going to talk about. Writing the resume, you have to threaten other people by telling your success, your accomplishments. Not just everything like, I worked at this, you just put in the job description. They're not looking for job description. They're looking for someone who is able to do things, someone who has led. That's why when any team, whether it's NBA, they want to recruit a free agent, they are going to find Kevin Durant. They know KD, what he's capable of doing. They are going to get Calvin Irving, whatever. They are going to get LeBron. They are going to get Kobe Bryant, because they know what they are able to do. When you are going to assemble something, they are going to look for the best accomplishments. That's why they took Kawhi Leonard from the Raptors, Toronto Raptors, to Clippers for all those amount of money with a private jet to whatever, everything. Those are the things that people have to consider. Your resume needs to have accomplishments. That's the world we live in. So don't be too humble all the time. Just go and watch Cristiano Ronaldo interview, I'm the best. For instance, you'll understand. Yes, there is cockiness on that. But try to lower down a tone a little bit. But don't be too much modest, too much humble until like, okay, I'm going to bring another loser in this organization. I don't want that one. I want to bring someone I can win a championship with. Someone who can get a lot of sales. Not just a normal customer, normal employee, no. Someone can be a very productive, change everything, efficiency, putting everything on top of the chart in terms of the records. That's why we want you to be at the top. So tell me about yourself, show off. It's a show time, like how Magic Johnson is doing. Yeah, so that is all about tell me about yourself and who are you when it comes to the professional life. Who are you? You are not just a person, just any other person. Is your accomplishment what is going to define you? That's unfortunately because telling you about, my name, it's supposed to be like a friendly, okay, I'm so and so, I have these kids, or whatever. But those mean nothing to the capitalist. And sometimes when you start like, I have 10 kids, I have this, they don't give you the job because you are going to be a burden. I'm a single mother, I'm just divorced. Okay, okay. So what are you going to bring all these things for what? For what? I'm pregnant, I have twins now, I'm going to deliver on this. They don't need to hear all those personal stories. Tell me about yourself. Go hard on what you have done and what you are able to do and what you are planning to do. Full stop. Thank you. And that's why we're going to hire the best all the time. That's why you'll be called for the interview. That's why you are going to be doing this and this. So your interview is supposed to have this kind of approach. Any questions so far? If you have a question, remember to put it in the comments below. Your resume. I have a video about resume. Don't put those things about your tribe, about where you grew, your religion. Those, they don't need to know those things. That is telling me about yourself. They don't want to hear about religion. How many times you go to church, how many times you go to the mosque, how many kids you have, whether you are married, whether you are single. They don't want to know your passport number. Watch these videos, suggested videos. But remember to subscribe here. On this one, you subscribe, I'll be able to send you more videos, and click the notification bell to be able to get all notifications when I post. And I'll keep posting many videos, educative videos, videos about jobs, interviews, immigration, green card, student visa, visiting visa, J1 visa, work in the US, green card, blah, 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 citizenship, scholarships, anything you want to know, I'll be happy to provide those kind of information. So thank you, everyone, and I wish all the best and enjoy your day and time over there. Let's conquer the world.